right? Um, yeah, this is another Patreon request from Scott Shakey Graves, Late July. We did do Late July, but this is a different live thing, which will be interesting. It will be interesting to see how it changes from if because they're very complicated in a lot of different. Like his songs are very complicated in multiple ways. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that. Um, see how they vary. Hold on. So I just got to check my puppy's not crying. She's asleep on my bed. But yeah, Shaky Graves, Late July. Oh yeah, and it starts with him explaining where he got the name Shaky Graves. So yeah, let's go.
And at a certain point, this guy came up to the campsite, and I guess he was tripping on acid or something. He was just just blah blah blah, Scooby Doo, just making shit up. And he had this big, like warm, 24-ounce like Miller High Life in his hand, and he kept talking about like his whiskey. I'm like, oh, my whiskey is so good and sauce. You should try some of my whiskey. And we're like, okay. And he would like hand it to us, and we pretend to drink it and be
Come
like,
here.
that was great. I was like, oh no, my
Come
whiskey's
here.
so good. And
Hold on, puppy's got up. Hold on, go back a bit.
to us, and we pretend to drink it and be like, that was great. I was like, oh no, my whiskey's so good. And the last thing we heard him say when he walked away was like, how about the spooky wagons? And we were like, did he say spooky wagons? Is that what we heard? And so that night we ended up all giving each other like campfire Indian guides names, and one of my friends was Spooky Wagons, and I was Shaky Graves, and there's Spinster Jones and Solomon Doors, and my friend's little brother was asleep in the tent at the time, so we named him Droopy Wieners, and he came out and was very, very displeased because we all had cool names and he was Droopy Wieners. But that night I ended up kind of taking my guitar out and playing for people for the first time in a long time back in Texas. It went great. It was just like this musical explosion, and afterwards this drunk dude came up and was like, what's your fucking name, man? What's your name? And then I decided to stick with it and was like Shaky Graves. And
Come here. No. Oh, sorry about that. She's going to be a pain in the ass until she's bigger. But yeah, Shaky Graves.
I told, I guess.
Is he gypsy then? When he was saying the campsite and that, is he a gypsy or a traveller? Yeah, alright, let's go.
A few people that night, and so the next night people were, oh, hey, what's up, Shaky? I was like, that's okay. That works fine for me.
Saying that him being gypsy, he has got that kind of gypsy jazz thing about his playing, or yeah, very folk orientated, but very. It's a bit like Rory Gallagher. Rory Gallagher's guitar playing is different because he has the Irish jig music influence. So that's where Rory gets his different sound from. And yeah, he's very. So yeah, I'm guessing he's Gypsy then.
Oh yeah, well, gold digger took my money, dipped my heart in hands in honey. Oh, snake lady stole my savings. Told gold digger she was having my baby's will. Gold digger swung, snake lady fell. Yeah, I took gold digger up to Chapel Hill. Oh, I married her fast, murdered her young. Took my money back and made my run. Well, bus driver, all in red. Yeah, go pull this bus over and end up dead. Yeah, go drive this bus down to Mexico. Park it on a cliff where that good grass grows until a chopper came along one sunny day to burn my crops, lock me away. Well, I'm eager, young and qualified. Got a date with that Cheryl in late July. Oh yeah, well my mama, old and gray, sitting at home just weeping away her only boy washed down the drain. Gonna take her son and lock him away. Well, mama should be proud of me. I lived like a man, oh I'll die like a king. 'Cause I'm eager, young and qualified. Got a date with that Cheryl in late July. But my pappy, old and fat, chewing his cigars with his hair slicked back. Yeah, roll him over, beat him black. Say it's from that boy he never had. Well, Papa should be in my place to fry like bacon, hang like lace. Because I'm eager, young and qualified. I got a date with that Cheryl in late July.
That riff is hard.
Yeah, well, Big Betty, oh, my old squeeze. Oh, yes, you're so good, you go weak in the knees. Yeah, come to see your old man pop. I wanna have you there when my big heart stops. But don't you worry, don't you fret. No, I won't die with no regrets. Because I'm eager, young and qualified. Yeah, I'm eager, young and starry-eyed. Oh, the big leagues called and I replied. I got a date with that Cheryl in late July.
I actually prefer this version. I prefer this setting for him. It makes more sense. Like after watching that compared it to him in a studio, yeah, this kind of just sitting in a field and playing, that is what his music kind of has that feel. So yeah, I actually preferred this than the studio one he done. Because he looks very different as well. Like here, like in the other one, he looked more like a kind of on the lines of a pop star. But here, he looks that kind of Pete Doherty look, the trilby, the what do they call him? What do they call him? I can't even think. Um, but yeah, definitely a better setting for him is in a field like it. Yeah, just looks it looks better, looks right, looks like it's where he belongs and where that song belongs. But yeah, great, and he done it like pretty much the same. Um, but yeah, let me know if he's gypsy or not. Because I got a feeling from him saying, "Oh, the campsite and what have you." Unless he was literally just camping with his mates. Um, but yeah, because that's proper gypsy as well. Not like nowadays. They're more settled. But if he is just traveling around, then yeah. But yeah, let me know. But that was fire. Yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.